Hello everybody, 'tis I. I wanted to make a video about what I think is imperative to have as a part of your relationships. And there's one word that I think sums it all up, and that's intercede. A person who is someone that would intercede would be someone that would intervene on your behalf, be a voice for you, set the record straight, or stand up against the wrongs folks are imposing on you. I don't know about you, but it took years, number one, for me to have a voice and stand up for myself. And then I decided that I would only be in relationships in which others would intercede on my behalf, whether I was present or whether I was not. And come to find out, I realized over time that after I went through estrangement from my daughters and they broke free or walked away, that I had very few people that interceded on my behalf. And my dad had passed away. He would have been the number one person to say to my daughters, what you're doing is hurting your mom's feelings, and that's not going to be allowed around me. It's not tolerable. I will not put up with it. You might not like your mom, but I love her. So I realized even certain family members, people that I thought I was close to, didn't stand up for me when my daughters did come around or reached out to certain people. I don't know a whole lot of people who said to them, you know, your mom is actually a nice person and what you're doing is hurting her feelings. So I'm not going to stand by and say this is okay. And so it took years for me to really see people as they were. And one example I'm going to give was after my grandma, and today is the 5th anniversary of my maternal grandmother's passing. She had turned 100 years old, was informed she had congestive heart failure, and we all gathered in her home. My daughters showed up. My oldest showed up when I was not present at my grandmother's home, but I was there a lot, and my youngest showed up when I was there. We have videos of her ignoring me. And I see people acting as if everything was a-okay. And I look at the videos now and pictures, and I realize not one person interceded on my behalf during a really tough time. And I just have to say that that's something you really have to consider when choosing your relationships after any sort of hardship, whether you're going through a divorce or you're going through cancer. You look at the people that intercede on your behalf, either pray for you, stand up for you, or a voice for you, or say to your ex, your children, you're not allowed to speak to your mother that way in front of me. Others might be okay with that, but I'm not, because your mom is a nice person, and she does not deserve this from anyone, much less her children. So I just have to say, look at it, look at your relationships. Who is really there for you in your times of trouble? You know, in good times and bad, not just the good times, but the bad times. That's when we need people by our side, because that is what allows us to get up, heal, and keep moving forward. So that's all I want to say. Think about it. Write your people down and keep those who intercede on your behalf and will be a voice of reason in this very challenging world. With that said, I'll be back.